Hi and welcome to Sci-Fi Fans. I'm your host Wayne, and today I'm going to be going into the classic 1983 movie The Outsiders, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Based on S.E. Hinton's beloved novel, this movie left a lasting impact on audiences and actually became part of the curriculum here in the UK. Here are some fun facts about The Outsiders that I hope will make you love this film even more. And if you're not familiar with The Outsiders, then I do suggest you get yourself a copy and watch it. It is a well written film and it has some of the biggest stars before they were stars. So the cast of Outsiders is a star-studded one, featuring several actors who would go on to become major Hollywood stars. And we're talking about Tom Cruise, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez and Ralph Macchio, just to name a few. So it's amazing to see how their careers took off after this film. Incidentally, could you imagine the budget required for them to get this cast back? Sadly and tragically, we no longer have Patrick Swayze, but could you imagine Tom Cruise, Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, Ralph Macchio all starring in a movie today? The budget would... there just isn't the budget for it. Did you know that the author of the novel, S.E. Hinton, actually made a cameo appearance in the film? She appears as a nurse in the hospital scene, adding that little personal touch to the movie adaptation of her own book. The famous rumble scene was shot in just one night. The cast had to endure cold and wet conditions to get the perfect shots. Their dedication paid off though, creating one of the most memorable scenes in the film. C. Thomas Howell, who played Ponyboy Curtis, was only 15 years old during filming. Despite his young age though, his performance was so compelling that it remains one of his most iconic roles. The Outsiders has a significant meaning. It reflects the theme of social divisions and the struggles between the greasers and the socks, highlighting the broader issues of class conflict. And that's probably one of the appeals that, just to say, the curriculum in the UK took this book on board and we had to study it at school. And it's not surprising really, because of the way that it depicts the class struggles and the conflict. Rob Lowe played Sadup Curtis, and he was relatively unknown at the time of filming. The Outsiders was his big break, and he quickly became a teen heartthrob and a prominent actor in the years that followed. But then so did many of the other cast members. Francis Ford Coppola used a unique method to help the actors bond and get into character. He had the greasers and the socks live separately and compete against each other during rehearsals. This tension translated well on the screen, adding the authenticity really to their performances. And I love it when directors take that extra step to create authenticity on the set. James Cameron did this with Aliens. In fact, the scene in Aliens where you first see the Marines on board the Sulaco was actually one of the last scenes that he filmed with them. The reason being he did that is he wanted to get the cast to bond so that the friendships that you see on screen are genuine, and it worked quite well in Aliens and it's worked very well here in The Outsiders. Matt Dillon, who played the tough-as-nails Dallas Winston, was known for his method acting. He stayed in character even off set, which sometimes led to intense interactions with his fellow cast members. The church fire scene was one of the most challenging to film. It involved real fire and careful coordination to ensure the safety of the cast, especially the young actors. The result was a gripping and dramatic sequence that is unforgettable. And also don't forget, they wouldn't have had the CGI techniques that they have today, so a lot of practical effects. And I think, to be honest, if they'd filmed that scene using CGI, say if they filmed it today, it wouldn't have the same impact. S.E. Hinton was heavily involved in the film's production, working closely with Coppola to ensure that the movie stayed true to her book. Her involvement helped maintain the story's authenticity and emotional impact. So there you have it, that's some trivia about The Outsiders. This film continues to resonate with audiences, and it captures the essence of youth, friendship and social struggles. I think it's probably more relevant in today's society than when it was first written. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more movie trivia and behind the scenes stories. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, stay gold, pony.